The next question I've got is for Cole. I think I haven't been given a name, but I'm curious to know if I'm fulfilling my purpose in the right area. I have to say, no, I feel like you're coming to a crossroads where you're going to have to make a decision in your life, whether you follow the path you're on or whether you follow your heart. I feel like whatever it is you're doing now, your heart isn't really in it. Your soul, your spirit, your soul is longing for something else. You need adventure. You're the sort of person that thrives on. You're not the sort of person who can sit and do nothing. You have to be out experiencing the world, out doing things that you enjoy. And I think that at the moment you're not completely fulfilled. I think if you stop trying to live the way other people are expecting you to live, if you stop trying to please everybody in your life and just concentrate on living for you and your happiness, I think your whole world will completely open right up. I feel like you're torn between doing what you want and doing what's right, and doing what other people want and doing what's right by them. But you have to remember, sweetheart, this is your life and you're the only person that is expected to live your life. Nobody can tell you how to live your life. If you're not happy doing something, you need to change it, because you cannot get to the end of your life regretting having never lived any of it the way you wanted to. Don't be afraid. If you're longing and yearning to do something, that's your spirit, your soul trying to tell you that there's a destiny out there to be fulfilled that you're not fulfilling, and you're never going to have that sense of fulfillment and peace if you don't trust that gut instinct. If there's something deep down in your soul that you've been wanting to do for a long time, or that you've been wanting to try or have a go at, you know what? It's better to try and fail than never to try at all. And that's all Spirit want us to do. Spirit want us to just not be afraid and go out there and grab life by the horns and just do it the way we want to do it. This is your life. Nobody can live your life but you. So you need to go out there and you need to change the things in your life that you're not happy about. And if you don't get support from the people around you, then you never had their support in the first place. The people that care about you will be the ones that embrace what it is you need to do in order to be happy. And I know it's been a really hard year, but I promise you, by the end of summertime, by the end of this summertime, things are going to slowly start changing, and there will be a snowballing effect for you, where once one good thing changes, like a better job, a promotion, winning some money, it's going to start with one little financial gain for you by the end of summertime. And when that happens, there'll be a snowballing effect and all these other things will start coming in. And then I think you'll actually have a really busy 2 years. The next couple of 2 years after summertime will be really busy, because you'll be making changes and putting events into play that you're wanting to have happen. I do actually see you, I don't know if you're going to be relearning something or going back to school, but I'm seeing books, and when I see study books, that means learning something new, taking on a new trade, or following a new path. So there's definitely something new, retraining, relearning, re-educating, or going, getting like if you were a teacher now, you're going to go and decide and be a lawyer, or you want to just write music, so you give up your job as a graphic designer and just write music. Whatever it is you're going to be doing in the next 2 years isn't going to be what you're doing now, because I do feel like you're coming to the end of a seventh cycle, and everything in your life, every aspect of your life is about to change. You're going to have like a cleansing or clearing of your life, where all the negative things, all the things that are no longer helping you in your life will be removed to make room for all the good things. I call it a spiritual spring cleaning, where spirit get rid of the old in order to make way for the new. And I feel like all the good stuff, all the good changes, all the positive affirmations that you're going to be making between the end of summer and the next 2 years is going to be all about you discovering your purpose and you discovering your true self, because I feel like you're not being true to yourself. and you need to be true to yourself, and that's why you're so unhappy at the moment, why everything feels like it's not going right, because you're not being true to yourself, and you are never happy if you are not true to yourself. You owe it to yourself to give yourself the best life you possibly can. And I'm not talking about making millions and billions and going off and being the next Donald Trump. I mean doing the things and being the things that you've always wanted to be, that you've never allowed yourself to do for fear of letting other people down. But you've only got one life, so you need to make the most of it, because you don't want to get to the end of your life regretting having never done any of the things that you wanted to do. It's about you now, Cole. So you need to start taking care of you, because Spirit are getting ready to step in and make you make the changes that you've been too afraid to make. Because when you don't listen to your heart, when your spirit is telling you to follow its destiny, follow its calling, and you don't do it, Spirit can be as subtle as a brick when it comes to forcing you to pay attention. So, I really hope this helps. I kind of feel like you might know what I'm talking about. And by the end of summer, you'll know what I'm talking. I know you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. And I know I'm rambling, but I can't help it. I'm a bit mad like that. So, so end of summertime, I think you're going to start seeing the changes. Don't be afraid. Change is a good thing. Change brings about a whole new perspective. Change brings about things you never thought you would see, never thought you wanted to see happening in order to make your life better. Sometimes bad things happen so that we can appreciate when the good things happen. Sometimes bad things happen, or, things that we don't necessarily want to have happen in our lives, because it's Spirit's way of making sure that we take care of all the horrible stuff so that we can enjoy the good stuff. And when you take that leap of faith and you just say, right, that's it, I'm going to do whatever Spirit wants me to do. I'm just going to sit back. I'm not going to stress. I know I can't control the things I have no control over. There's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just going to put my head down and ride out the storm and let Spirit take over. When you do that, the rewards you get at the end of it are so, so great, because Spirit always, always reward sacrifice and hard work. They always do. They never, ever let you down. So just put your head down, mate, and just wait till the end of summer. And when these things start coming about, like I said, it's going to have a snowballing effect. And then you're going to have a year and a half of just the most incredible, wonderful things happening in your life. But this time, in 2 years, you won't even recognise the person you were. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual growth to come your way as well. I don't know whether you're wanting to follow a spiritual path or not, but I do feel that there is a lot of there's a spiritual journey in there for you as well, where you'll come out of it at the end of the 2 years not only sort of happier and more fulfilled financially and emotionally, mentally and psychologically, but also spiritually as well. It's actually going to be a really wonderful time for you. But what you're going through now is just, you've come to the end of your 7th cycle, and now Spirit are making you discard all the stuff that is no longer necessary in your life in order to make room for the things that are necessary, the things that will complement your life, instead of be a disservice to it, basically. And that includes everything from getting rid of people who no longer are supportive and positive to your energy, as well as traits and addictions and thoughts and feelings and mental issues and finances and jobs, and it's everything. When Spirit do a cleansing of your life, they get rid of every single negative thing, be it person, attribute, psychological issues. The whole thing changes. You become a completely different person. Even your cells, your skin cells change every 7 years. Our cells regenerate after 7 years. Everything changes every 7 years. And so I think you're coming to the end of one, and I think the whole, when the new stuff starts coming in at the end of summertime, you'll be a lot happier and you'll understand what I mean. But if you go to my blog, www.debbiethekiwi.com, I actually have a post in there about the 7-year cycle. If you read that, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so I really hope that's helped. Thank you, Cole, for asking your question.